to talk about 100% board giving, what it means, why it's important to successful grant writing, and a lot of people don't understand this concept. So 100% board giving means that you have 100% of your board members contributing financially to your organization. Now, Marie and I always like to say contributing financially at a leadership level, which can vary based on your organization's needs and the structure, but typically that's the phrasing we like to use. If you don't have 100% of your board members contributing to your organization financially, the first question I ask you is, why would anyone else? Okay? Sometimes people come back with the argument that, oh, they're volunteering their time, or oh, they're giving through their company, or oh, they donated products through their company. That is not what I'm talking about. They should be doing those things as well, but what you need is 100% of financial contributions from your board. It's asked on grant applications. Foundations want to know that your board is contributing financially to your organization, and they want sometimes even to know at what percentage. So what they'll say is, what percentage of your overall operating budget is contributed by the contributions of your board? And it's a tiny amount, but they want to know that you can track all these board members gave this much money. So, one of the first things that I used to say when I was a development director is I would go to board meetings. I was always a part of the board meetings. And I would get up and introduce myself and talk with the board members who I already typically had a relationship with. And I would say, okay, this is what's on the agenda for this year for the organization. These are the development goals we have. These are the dollars you're hoping to bring in, whether it's through endowments, planned giving, annual giving, grants, capital campaigns, special events. Whatever the diversified funding streams that you have are, that's our goals for the year. This is what the strategic plan says that we're going to bring in. How many of you as board members want us to be successful at that? How many of you hope that we achieve all of our goals, right? So I ask that question, and inevitably everybody around the table raises their hand. I want you to be successful. Awesome. Now, in order for me to be successful in raising all those dollars for you, there's something that I need you to do. If you will look at your board packet for today, you're going to see your pledge card for our annual campaign for this year. I need everyone to be able to fill that out and let me know what you're pledging to contribute financially to our campaign for the year, and I need it back by this date. I will also email you the same pledge form in case you lose the hard copy you have. If you want to fill it out while you're here today, I understand, but if you need to go home and have a conversation with your significant other or look at your finances for next year, I'm okay with that too. I need it back by this date, so if I don't hear from you, I will be following up with a phone call or an in-person visit. And what I always did was I would start in the fall of the previous fiscal year. So let's say right now, I would be getting ready to do this in November, and I would have to have all my pledge cards back by the last week of December, because then I could project for next year several things. One, do I have 100% board giving? Two, how much is that? And so then I've already got a portion of my annual campaign for next year finalized, and then I can get the pledges in the system so I know when to invoice people, right? I was at an organization that had 3 separate boards with almost 100 board members in total, and I always had 100% board giving every year. Because if we don't have 100% board giving, I can't successfully write grants for the capital campaign. It doesn't make sense for me to go out and ask for major corporate or business sponsors to contribute if my own board isn't even invested enough to contribute. And then I can't honestly go out and say, our organization is supported fully from the governing body that runs us, so why don't you give me some money instead, right? So it made my job a lot easier. It made it easier for me to achieve the goals that were written into the strategic plan for our department. And then I could go back to the board and say, thanks to your contribution, we were able to do this capital campaign. We were able to increase the planned giving by this. We were able to secure these corporate sponsorships, right? So I helped them become a part of the success that they helped to make happen. So there's a lot of reasons why your board should be giving financially every single year. And I encourage you to think, if you have a board member that cannot give financially, if they're really the right person for your board. Maybe they're better served in an advisory role position or volunteer role position, because you really need board members that are able to lead in all of the ways that you need your leadership to participate in, and that includes giving. So I hope this was helpful as you go about writing grants for the end and fourth quarter of 2018, and as you look forward to 2019. Let us know if you have any questions, any topics you'd like us to cover in a vlog or a blog, and I hope you have a great beginning of the fall.